everybody. Welcome to my channel. It's me, and I'm here with my good friend, Sara Kajawa. Say hi.
Hi, everyone.
Sara I thought you were going to do your page thing. Sara has a great Facebook page, Doing Grief Differently with Adam and Sara. So check that out. We came on today to do we want to do a little healing, and I know everyone feels the energy is a little crazy right now. I know we were just talking about our stomach, our sacral chakra, my heart chakra too is doing some healing work too. Well, go ahead and talk for a minute.
Yeah. So here we are, the end of the year, physical year is winding down. So you're going to start to feel a little bit more stressful. That's normal. Tomorrow's 12/12. To know tomorrow's a master number day. So there is a lot going on. And Nanette and I pulled cards. You're going to feel some energies of maybe some loose ends to finish up. Maybe just some anticipation of making some decisions, in the next coming weeks. You probably already know which direction to go, but you just feel like you need to be pushed or nudged more maybe spiritual development, might be work related, might be just prioritizing your needs that help you evolve as a person to better the planet. Could be small, could be major, it's whatever you're thinking about. That's what surfaces. So it's a good time to kind of ground, make sure you're grounded, not get caught up in the hustle and bustle of everything with the holidays. Take some belly breaths anytime you feel overwhelmed, even if that means, in taking a break at work for 60 seconds or in your car, just to kind of slow down, center, think about what's important to you and how society pushes us in different directions, especially at the holidays. Maybe pay attention to what you're bringing in and who's around you, what you're watching on TV. Focus on happy things that bring more peace, more of a centered knowing that everything is working out to your highest and best, even if you can't potentially see it today. To slow down, visualize it, feel it, and bring it in closer to you. How's that?
Yes. And I just heard, I don't know, somebody who's here. They're always all here. That there's people who are going to watch this who are thinking that they're late, that they haven't finished this. So I want to tell you what I pulled because of what they're saying. I pulled the Ten of Swords, which is the end of a cycle. It's the end of a heavy cycle, right? And the bottom of the deck, I didn't even look till just now. It's so funny. The Star card. Isn't that a pretty star card?
Very pretty.
Star card. So it's about healing. It's about hope. It's about your stars aligning. So the angels are saying that you're not too late. You're not too late. So there's somebody who's been on this journey. There's a few people, maybe a lot of people, I don't know, who think they should be all the way done with the end of the cycle healing.
Right.
The end of the cycle healing. And that they're going to recycle. Don't think that you don't have to recycle. You can finish this healing out. A lot of times during this time of year, like you were saying, we get so busy, we get so many things on our plate, and then everyone else wants to kind of bring their garbage to you, especially if you're an empath and they know, you can kind of sort it out a little for them by transmuting it. Or if you don't know how, then you're just holding on to it yourself. So it's not too late. And it's so funny because I did also just notice at the bottom of my other deck is about healing too. Enter the chamber of healing.
Yeah, I love it. That's perfect.
And this is Pyramid of Light, and it's also about healing. It's about, raising your vibration with love, and that's healing. So healing is still in the cards, right now. What do you show yours now?
Oh, gosh, healing is constant, isn't it? This one is 7 of Emotion. I think that's a mirror image of it. It is your angels are asking you to make an important decision that you've been putting off. It's likely you know which choice you should make, but you're procrastinating. So don't be upset with someone else. Ask heaven for guidance and then make the choice that celebrates who you truly are. So there's something we're probably still like dissolving, kind of been covering up within us. It could be something very minute, or something about travel, workshops, things in the future to bring in closer, because a lot of us have some, lately in my sessions, pent up desires to get out, get moving, get traveling. And so bring that in, bring that safety in, bring that net in where you feel good about making plans and not holding off on your future. And self-compassion, that's coming up too. Self-compassion. So kind of look at it, kind of really time to take some few breaths and kind of feel it. What's coming up? What emotions are surfacing? Who are you upset with? Who are you delegating some of your work to instead of taking it on? If someone's trying to put everything and pile everything up on your desk in your life, whether, at work or a mother or with your spouse. So take some responsibility of setting some boundaries, what feels good to you, what serves you, and look at some patterns that you may have been trying to break, that cycle every time the holidays come up. That's coming up for a lot of people, me too. Look at it and say, what's coming up? Why am I feeling this way? Are you feeling sad because your family members, some of them have crossed over, and you don't know how you're going to handle the holidays? Well, don't worry about how you're going to handle the holidays. Look at your belief system and supports what. So celebrate that your loved ones are still with you, and it cannot be in any other way. So bring them forward for the holidays, feeling less separate. That's what this whole journey is about, feeling less separate. We come in feeling separate, and then the conditioning makes us feel even more separate. And now we're trying to get into a space of feeling love and support and guidance and universal knowledge that know that we are all connected, cannot be severed, and we can bring a mutual understanding that we each have our own belief systems, but you can tell by how you lead your life and how you feel about your life, if that's your truth or if you're living someone else's truth. There we go.
Amen, sister. That was a lot, right?
It was a lot that just came through.
I know. I channeled something about that too the other day about oneness. And the thing about it is, it's like anything else. It's an energetic falling into. It's just like you can know something, but you energetically have to keep bringing yourself into it. So when you hear something, for example, that kind of triggers you, like sparks your interest, then you should sit in it so you can start to feel it, because you have to bring your energy into something to really embody it. That's what embodying is. You can embody something by, I did not mean to hit the microphone. I hope that wasn't too loud.
I didn't hear it.
Okay. So, yeah. So you embody it, you bring it into you, and there's layers too. So yeah, I mean, we didn't just wake up one day and say, oh, I'm one with the whole world. These are layers that we go through of understanding oneness, and probably won't understand it completely until we emerge back into the oneness that we came from, right?
Yeah. And then we're going to go snap. That's right.
Yes. Yes.
We have our own version of the truth, but we know there's more. So when we feel separate from our loved ones, or from separate from unconditional love, that just means that you're not in alignment with your soul self, because your soul self is yanking and pulling on you to get in alignment with your truths and say, you are not separate. You are a walking being of love. You're an energy ball of love. So feel it. And then you'll feel less anxiety, less worry, less depression, less separation, a more of a deeper understanding of how the universe works and how we designed this collective consciousness and how we agreed to be in this space-time in our earth body at this very moment today on December 11th.
And another thing about coming out of these cycles, especially if you were in a dark night of the soul, is it's the same thing as what I was just talking about. It's an energetic embodiment. So, one of the things you can do is, because your tendency and the energy that you've been feeding has been bringing you into that lower timeline the whole time, is to consciously every day, when you feel that when you feel the norm trying to come on to you, just see yourself doing whatever. Like you can see yourself flying over the clouds, above the clouds, or see yourself moving up out of the fog, and you will energetically feel it because you're already done with it. So you'll say, oh, your body will say, oh yeah, just by closing your eyes and seeing yourself flying up over the clouds, your body will say, oh yeah, I'm not in that spot anymore. Because if you keep feeding it, you're going to recycle. So that's what I think really we want to bring through today, is how to not recycle. Now, again, I said this before, if you have to recycle, if you miss something, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with recycling if you're not done a lesson. It's not always just called recycling. It's called, I'm not done, in this place right now.
Right.
But I feel like there's been a 2 to 3 year cycle that most people on the spiritual path have gone through. It just feels energetically to me that way. Does it feel that way to you?
Mm-hmm. But it feels also too like we want things to move forward. We're tired of the illness that gets spread through social media.
Mm-hmm.
We're tired of that. So we want to be the change. Either you don't follow those social media platforms, you change it, you unfriend, because everything's an algorithm, even like on Facebook or whatever. So it's an algorithm. So you're only going to get crap on your feed if you've been looking at the crap.
I don't even go on. I go on and put a video up.
So you don't look at the crap. You unfollow those people that maybe, share those things that you don't want to see, that you have in your energy. And question and start being curious and find out your own truths about it. Don't take it on from the school playground and take it on as yours.
You have to listen to your inner self. I feel like people don't do that. They ignore it. And some people do need to be on those things for whatever reason. Maybe there's something that you have to learn through it, or there's something that you're doing to help other people. Like you have to be on there. You're helping people. So listen to what's inside of you. But you can go on there. And I think this is probably mostly what Sara does, is she'll unfollow people, or she'll go on there. She'll look at what she wants to and ignore the rest. I mean, that takes a little discipline, but and a little understanding of transmutation, because you can look at something and just let it go right through you once you get to a certain place,
Yeah.
But when you need to not be there, then don't be there. And sometimes we need to not be there. We
know, and sometimes we're in such a bad mood that we want to stay in that bad mood. You know what I mean? Until we figure this out, I'm sick of this feeling.
And all these people that do,
because everyone's doing it to you.
They're doing it, and you're doing it, and I hate you, and you're so mean.
You brought it in. You brought it in because your energy.
Yep, absolutely.
You brought it in until you experience it, and then you go, darn it. And so have fun with it. Make it a fun process. I'm not saying that things don't happen. Things do happen, but you become more resilient and you know how to come out of that deep, because your beliefs are not aligned with who you truly are. So when you stay in the muck, there's something that you are calling your truth that's not lined up with the highest, best version of yourself. So you can strive for that.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. So kind of look at that maybe. And we're all hard on each other. We're all critical of ourselves, and we have expectations because we've had expectations put on us since we were born, So we're letting go of that stuff. So we break those patterns of thought, not to pass it on to someone else. Because there is no judgment except for what we do to each other here in this physical plane.
It's true. And on that note, I was just thinking, one day it's something Wayne Dyer said. I loved Wayne Dyer. I still love Wayne Dyer, but he said, and I'll never forget this, and I always tell people this, it's none of my business what you think of me, because what you think of me says a lot more about you than it does about me.
No, it's a tough one. Give me a tough one. It can be
a tough one because it does hurt for a minute, but I always come back to that. I always say, well, why would someone say that? What is it giving to them?
I
How do
feel
you,
like I'm not enough. That's usually what comes up with me. And that goes back to the being the fixer. I need to do more.
but do you really? I'm going to send my
No.
angel to you because
No,
he'll have you out of that one.
no.
That was
It's
constant
just
for
because
6 months
it
until
go-
I
you
was
can
like,
re-
okay.
Yeah, reflect on your childhood, or if something comes up and you question it, and then you go, oh, I remember, because I remember, a family member not acknowledging, that they were proud of me or loved me unconditionally. And it's not that they didn't, I just didn't perceive it because it wasn't words, or it wasn't impressed on me energy wise.
Mm-hmm.
But that was my era of growing up too.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah. But I think, I think we are so hard on ourselves, and we have to take a minute and say, I told you about that weird, crazy synchronization the other day.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to share it a little bit because I hear, I see, I have all these clairs, right? So I get all this information, and it was given to me. I heard it, but of course you doubt it if it's just, you're just here.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And
Yep.
so something, okay, spirit, one of the ancestors took over my headphones the other morning. Was listening to actually a Bashar video. I put it on pause and I kept the earbuds in, and I'm walking around doing stuff in the house, cleaning the house. And all of a sudden I hear this woman coming on. She does tarot readings, and she said, I'm going to get chilled again. She says, your ancestors want you to know that you've done nothing wrong. And I had just told Sara the other day, right?
Yep.
That my ancestors said, you've done nothing wrong. Your ancestors want you to know you've done nothing wrong, and blah, blah. And it goes on. And I am bawling, right? Because the rest of the message is private to me, and no one needs to know, but it's beautiful. I'm bawling. It was only in the right ear. I opened the phone up. I opened YouTube up. Nothing's playing. It's still cute on the Bashar video. Paused. Okay. But this woman is in here telling me about my ancestors saying this, and this. And so we are so hard on ourselves, even when we have worked so hard and gotten so many of our gifts working for us. You're still going to be a little hard on yourself, where, your ancestors are like, hold on, let me take something over, because this woman is thick.
You needed to have someone to remind you, other than you needed several validations for someone to like push you like that. That was a fun one. That was an exciting one that you can't deny. You can't deny how that comes. You can't deny.
It's just like the crystal thing. It had to be done where I could not deny this magical stuff going on.
Yes.
And the thing about it, because it was such a hard ancestral healing that I went through. It was such a very hard, difficult one. And I thought I finished it, is the story. But I got a nice little piece left the other week, and it was harsh, and so it wasn't necessary validation. And I think we're really hard on ourselves, and we need people to sometimes outside of us validate. Mm-hmm. It's okay.
Well, because we didn't say, for instance, we didn't get it in our childhood. So what better than to have spirit or the angels or whatever to come in and be the parenting type of love to come in to reassure us.
I know. And you know what? This had something to do with my dad. And he comes and I said, you again, Dad, why is it always you? Why are you such a troublemaker? And he just thinks it's so hilarious. He's dead, of course. But it's always you. It's always you. But oh my God, it's amazing. Like, if anyone needs help with this kind of thing, give me or Sara a call, because we work with this all the time. We can hear them. And it's so validating to hear your family members say, it wasn't you, it was me. Or I wasn't rejecting this. I want to share this because my dad said this to me once, and I think people should hear this. I wasn't rejecting you. I was rejecting life. And in a big sense, myself. So when you feel rejection from someone else, it has nothing to do with you, just like their opinion has nothing to do. It has nothing to do with you. it has to do with their inability to give themselves what they want or need. And I did a channeling the other day with Angie, and we were talking, and God came in, source, whatever you call it, and started saying the masculine side of everyone is still wanting to punish itself. It just gave me chills. We're urging you to move forward, but the masculine energy within all wants to punish itself still because of the distortions of the past, the distortions. And we're asking you to be, easier on yourself. Like, we are so not easy on ourselves. We need to love
we're
ourselves.
not. We're not, because we weren't raised that way, let alone ancestral, past lives, everything we were raised. So we're trying to hurry up. I would say hurry up, since time's an illusion, but it feels like it. It feels like we're trying to hurry up and process it, so you don't have that feeling of like, whatever, we've been shunned or whatever, because everything is as it's supposed to be. It might not be the way we personally think it should go, right? I don't care what it is, whether it's going to a doctor's appointment because you think they're going to be the fixer and give you the magic whatever, and then they have no idea what's going on, or
because you have ascension symptoms. I never figured that out before.
You get ascension flu instead.
Yes.
But it's kind of like, this is all about self-empowerment. And that's what yours and my journey is, to help others to step into their power, just like we had to, because we were suppressed. But that was something we put in our plan, our soul's plan, was to be suppressed, by the collective. We're the ones that chose where to be born, where to live, in the timeline, all that, so we can undo it and break those patterns for our kiddos,
And show, like, what does it show you when you are in, we talked about this the other night too with Angie, when you come into such a dark place and you see that you can bring yourself to the light, it shows you your power. It shows you how ridiculously powerful you are. You're so powerful that you can make yourself feel suppressed. You can make yourself feel
in both ways. That's right. You can feel like someone's going to look at you, or someone that you care about, what they think about you, someone in your family, and they could give you a dirty look or a smart remark, and you pull back into all those hurts and those feelings of insecurities. Go, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And wait, speaking of self-love, show the other card.
Oh, the self-love. That's it. Perfecto. And it is, now is the time. I think we've pulled this before in other sessions. Now is the time to love, nurture, and heal yourself. Self-love is not simply a state of mind about feeling good. It's a state of appreciation for yourself that grows and matures from actions you take to support your mind, body, and soul. So that is cycling forward. I think it's always cycles, like you said. It's like elliptical stepper. We just keep going, but it gets easier with time, and you become more resilient and stronger from your experiences.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, if we were at master status, we could just walk on out of here, right? So
walk on water. That's right.
Right? Yeah. So I think we should do some healing now. I think you should go first this time.
Okay. So you want me to do some light language?
Mm-hmm.
I'll do some Reiki and light language.
Okay.
So I'm going to close my eyes. And it's up to you if you want to keep your eyes open. And this part of the segment of the healing, you all can replay it too if you want it on a deeper level. Okay. Ayamana sanakani tidiada. Ayamana wananina. Ayasana kana tidiada wanamana. Aikana tasini nemananaya. Aikanana wananini manana. Ayanana kanini ninia. Ayawasa situ wa makanda kataki tididi. Ainana namia. Aikanina nananaya. Ayakana tidiana manaya. Ayawana tini atkati aya. Ananika anditika ayamayawana tini ane galaya nanekaya. Ayamana tizi kamaya tai. Akamana tini agawaya. Aka I manaya. I can ani maya. I can ani mi waya. Did I look, what was that? Did I look funny or what?
No, it started out tickling me. I was like, okay, let's pull the rest of this crap out because I'm ready to move forward from this session or cycle. And it just started tickling me. And then I saw ancestors, and I'll tell you what they were doing later, but I saw ancestors trying to help with that too. It was a lot of power. Set your intentions, people, because go back if you want to. If you set your intentions, if you bring your angels, your guides, your ancestors in to help you, it can speed up the healing where you're ready to just move energy.
And if you're new to light language, don't let it freak you out, because like speaking of tongues, it just comes out naturally like that. And to know that it's about the tone and vibration, just like anything else in life. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm putting my earbuds in so I can be too loud. Okay, let's see. Same as with Sara. You can open your eyes, close your eyes, set your intentions. I'm bringing the ancestors in. It doesn't matter. You can use this for anything you want, but they've been working with me so much lately. I feel like that power will come in and work really well. So. And so it is.
And that was beautiful. It felt very very ancestral. That's what it felt.
I know. And it's like they wanted to activate something. And to me at the end, it felt like they were trying to balance something. So that was my interpretation. That's what they did inside of me. Okay.
Yeah, no, it's very beautiful, because first it took me to like an angelic choir, but like the ancestrals singing, and like a montage of different aspects of ourself, which is different aspects of our bloodline too, right?
Soul retrieval.
Yeah, soul retrieval. And because I felt like the smoke intertwined like a braid, coming up like this.
That's beautiful. And that would balance, right? Soul retrieval would cause the balance, or however you see
and calming, very calming. Higher chakra, very calming. Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yay. That was fun. So I hope everyone enjoyed our chat today. We didn't know really for sure what we were going to talk about, other than making sure we did a healing in it. So we just pulled cards and went from there. And so we do hope it helps. And we'd love to hear your input.
Yeah, I'd love to hear where you're at, where you're going, how your journey's going, because it's been very intense lately. And I feel the energies, and I'd love to hear people's input. And
there's a lot of people that are going through a lot of sharp daggers lately. That one. Oh, yeah, perfect. Sharp daggers. So to know that everything is as it is supposed to be, and as you open up your energy, more and more insight, information, clarity, intuition will come through.
Absolutely.
Okay.
We hope you guys have a great Merry Christmas. Yes. Because I don't know if we'll be around at all.
We'll try. We'll see.
We'll see. Yeah. But we love you all.
Okay. Happy holidays.